Okay, so we're putting this package tray piece in for that came off the XL. So anybody that's interested, this package tray clip, there's a hole. That's the center of this. And this piece right here is the center of that. So there's 6 holes. And then you line it up with this round edge, if you can see that, right? There. Okay, so we got a new piece that goes in like...
It's the inside of the vehicle.
That's the inside of the car. This lip goes
to the inside.
Like that. So this is the window out of the XL, if you're watching my channel. And these were, I'm thinking while I'm talking, these were shot. So this is the window that came out of the Galaxie, out of the blue car. This is pitted to hell. This one has some pits, but not as bad. So we took it out, we're replacing that gasket or weather stripping, greased up these wheels, cleaned up this track, greased the wheels, greased that wheel. And we're gonna put, and then where'd that piece of felt go? Where does it go? Oh, and then there's a piece of felt that goes right, look, it's missing off this one. Mm-hmm. There's a piece of felt that goes right here. I'm gonna do the same to the opposite side. I'm gonna take whatever window's the best, which is over there. How's that one look?
This one looks pretty good like that. Yeah, there's hardly anything.
Okay, so we're gonna use that window. Oh, and the part number for this gasket, C3AZ 7630146PR. I got them from Dennis Carpenter. I think that was the cheapest. Then after we get these two together, we're gonna do the two front, but I realized that I don't have the key to this cylinder, so I need to do something about that. The problem is if you go to, I don't want to put this all together without a lock. Here it is. We'll take the best parts out of this window, out of the red car, out of the XL, and put them in that car. Okay, it's impossible to film how this goes, but we got this window back in. We got that window back. We got that window out. This got a lot of pitting. I'm just gonna sand that down, and if I have to, I'll paint it silver, because the other one's even worse. And that's the inside. So when this rubber piece gets bad, this gets wasted. I'll try to explain how to get these windows out tomorrow. I'll try. It's a two-man job. If I didn't say that in other videos, it's a bitch. Okay, Justin's here. I'm just gonna try to explain how these windows come apart. First of all, there's 2 tracks on here. You gotta drop this out, right, Justin?
This one went in first, and then this one pretty much right at, I mean, there's a guide. Yeah, the roller went in here first, and then this top one next.
That one has to go in first, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we slid this in after those were in, because you can weasel it in there in between it as long as you don't have this thing bolted up too tight.
And that's about as much direction as we can give you.
Other than that.
And then this piece goes in at last, right?
Right, and it's back off over here.
And then this is up.
Yeah.
And there's also Allen that you can do adjustments later. I mean, there's another one here for adjustments, but we're not to that point where I need to adjust it. Anyway, that's the best I can tell you. It's a bitch.
Yeah.
Even for 2 people. So that one's in, this one's in. I was gonna do this one, but I need to get rubber for this. I don't have that. Okay, so these are the seats I took out of the XL. I'm gonna put in into the non-XL. I'm just gonna make observations. So these 2 front bolts don't line up. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a quick few shots on these seats. So I just cleaned the junk off of this. It's all mildewy and everything. It's got this emblem on the back. I don't know if it used to say something. But I'm not gonna use these seat covers. And here's the back of the bottom seat. I'm just cleaning it up, the rust. I'm trying to work out where this seat goes. See, the bench seat has holes here, but it doesn't have there. And then since I'm going to move it back 3 inches, one of the holes is going to be here. I'm going to have to build something up. So we decided to cut the floor pan out of the red car. Justin was pointing out that there's actually a divot in there and here for if the car was to have bucket seats, they would know where to drill it. I think there's one here. I don't know. I think here and here. So anyway, that's what we're doing. It might not need to be moved back 3 inches for the bucket seats. So we're just going to drill the holes, put the seats in, see how it works. That'll be tomorrow. There was one stud missing. I don't know if I said that. I put a manifold stud in there. This back seat has an adjustable tightening thing on it, by the way. Brushed off as much rust as I could back here. And I painted it with that rust killer. And I cleaned the seats just to get all the mildew off, even though I'm not going to reuse them. Can't remember what I showed. Same on this one. And I guess another thing we can try fitting is the console. I just want to make sure everything fits right. There's no problems before I, reupholster or anything. XL, see what we've taken off of it. Got the door panel. We reached in, while we were working on the window, we reached in and put some mastic here. This is, I guess, like an anti-vibration. Here's where we cut the hole. And I think I showed when I moved this car, I covered up the dash and the steering wheel just in case. Okay, it's the next day. I got the seats in. Again, if you're following me, well, I bought the car to get the frames and all that. I'm gonna reupholster them. But anyway, I got them in. I'm gonna bolt it down. This seat's all the way back. I'm gonna get underneath, bolt it down, and then get in and see if I want to go back further. Because I'm old. I'm 6'2". I'm fat, and I just need plenty of room. These are what goes with a bucket seat with the XL. So I cleaned them up and I'm gonna paint them. This is also kind of high. I wish it was lower, but it's not. So that's it. So I went to put these bucket seat braces in. They're hitting my exhaust hangers. Just barely. Yeah, I gotta move this out of the way. You know what? I gotta grind it out. Yeah, I want to move the seat back as much as I can. Yeah, I want to show you something that Justin showed me yesterday. So this is a battery Sawzall DeWalt. The blade is in like normal. But if you flip this lever, you can actually put it in sideways in that slot. Let me turn it off and I'll show you. Okay, now it's in the other slot. I never knew that. So I'm gonna have to modify this bracket. Okay, it's the next day. I had to go to the doctor today, but I took time to I extended these out 3 inches so I can move the hole anywhere up to 3. I just cut this. This piece used to follow that line. I just cut it, lifted up, filled in this side, and that side. I think I'm gonna have to cut a hole in the floor so this will pop up. I want a flat spot. Okay, Justin's here today, but we're gonna put this console in, but there's a lot of black in here down in the grooves, so I wanted to see if I could get it out. I don't know if it's paint or dirt, but I used some of this this stuff is great. Also put it on here. Took the paint right off. Again, I'm not trying to make this perfect right now. I'm just playing around with it. But this is metal. Again, I'll fix it all later. He's trial fitting this back chrome piece. So the plan for today is get the rear seat in, get the console in, get the stuff we're working on there, and put the buckets in. Now, the buckets I'm moving back 3 inch. Okay, Justin put this seat in. Again, this is out of XL. He's gonna do his best to explain the steps to do this. Go ahead.
So the trim goes in first. The hardest thing is figuring out the 2 triangular back plates that go behind this to line those up properly. Once you line those up properly, everything else just kind of falls in place. Now on the sides, we had to add the holes because they weren't there yet for the trim. So we cut out the pieces from the old car and just held them up to it so we'd know where the holes were, and then drilled the holes and put them in. And then the seat back goes in next, and then the seat bottom. And that was pretty much it. Seeing the bolts underneath the seat back was kind of difficult. You got to hold it up, and it'd be easier 2 people.
This back seat has a bracket there and there. So when you put the seat in, you can adjust it up or down a little bit. Now, the reason you want to go up or down a little bit is because to fit tighter into this trim here, this seat here, the bottom seat goes in last?
Yeah, because you push it into the back of the top and then drop down the front, and it locks in that way.
On this seat, there's like a hook, I believe, that hooks. Is there a hook on this seat?
Yeah, one on each, in front of each seat.
Yeah, so this seat, you got to pick this. Somehow you pick this up, slide it back a little bit, and it comes out. But the critical piece is getting this in the right spot and getting this piece in the right spot. The holes for this plate, there's a plate. This screws to that. Okay, then we put the console in. Again, I'm gonna clean it up later. I just want to get everything fit. I ground off whatever was on top of the piece that opens. So I decided to move the seat back 3 inches. But I wanted this area where the seat track sits. So pretend like this is the bottom of the seat track. It's gonna come out to here. So anyway, the seat's in. The windows are rebuilt, the console's in. When you're putting a console in a car that you don't know where it goes, that first hole that I'm pointing to lines up with the edge of that groove in the floor. That's how far back it goes. I know that because we looked at the other car. It's interesting, there's like a vent in here in the back of this console. I wonder if they had a heat duct going down into the console. If you get an XL, you'll know. Anyway, that's where I'm at. It's hard to explain this stuff. I'm just kind of sharing what I'm doing. Okay, I got these brackets or modifications made. One thing, if you do this, one thing to watch out for is center to center bolt on that side is different than this side. This is 8 1/4 on the on the door side. That's a different measurement. I forget what it is. Okay, so this piece here is the inside of the window. We cut it out of the XL. and then we chopped it up for a couple reasons. But anyway, here's the screw layout. I'm not sure because Justin put it in, but if you buy the parts, this is where the bolts, the screws go for that metal track I was talking about. Anyway, that's what we were trying to explain. Yeah, just to end this. So this goes on the console side. Remember I was just talking about 8.5? No, the door side is 8.5. The console side is 9.5. But usually we go right up like that. But you see the hole right there. There, I moved it back 3 inches. And I moved this hole back 3 inches. So if you want to move your seat back, I did that side. I made a few mistakes. This is how you do it. You just cut this back about that much. So I line up that hole there. Again, I moved, this is the piece that goes underneath. Move that hole back. Line this up. Leave it long. I don't have a tape measure with me. And then just fill it in. Here, here, here. And then this one, just put a piece like that. And just weld it in and fill in here and here. So you don't have to cut into this at all, but you do have to cut into this if you're using this bracket, because I extended this bracket. So again, I moved 3 inches. I went 3 inches plus a little bit extra for a washer, if that makes sense. Okay, I got the seat back 3 inches. We'll see if it makes any difference. I haven't got in it yet. See, I'm hitting right here. Now I can get out. My leg is completely straight. Okay, so I'm going to get out. The steering wheel's in, the seat's back. I'm still hitting. Nah, it's not comfortable. I mean, I got plenty of room here, but I still got to swing it away. So let me get back in. Got to put my butt in. No problem. Put my legs completely straight. This is the way I like to drive because I'm so damn tall and fat. So it was worth it. It was a pain in the butt. But the seats are in, the console's in, the rear seat's in. But again, this is still tight for me. All my cars have tilt steering. If this had tilt steering, it'd be perfect. But since it doesn't, just go like that. Now I'll look at one more thing. So the seat's all the way back. Here's the seat belt, so it's right here. Nobody's ever going to sit in the back. So I moved that passenger seat back 3 inches too. So usually it would be 3 inches further that way, but that's all the way forward, 3 inches back. This one's all the way back, 3 inches back. You can't see that I did anything to the seat track. And the console, with the seat all the way forward, the console lines up. But with the seat back 3 inches, this is back 3. Anyway, we'll do something else tomorrow.